Hello students, this video is to show you how to download and submit a piece of work from SketchUp into SchoolBox. I'm going to be doing this with a Year 7 piece of work, however the process is the same for different year levels. The location on SchoolBox, however, might be a bit different. So first and foremost, I'm in SketchUp here and I need to download a copy of this work. So I come to the three bars in the top left, I click on that, I choose the download option, and I choose the first option for SKP. That will give me a proper SketchUp file that can be opened later on and viewed as a model, as opposed to a PNG, which is a picture, and an STL, which is for 3D printing. So for submission, we want the SKP. As soon as I choose that, it's going to download to my downloads folder using the name that we've already given this piece of work. So you'll notice when I click it, immediately it has gone down to my downloads. I'll then open up my downloads and I'm just going to bring a window in that I prepared earlier, and it might look something like this. Here is the file that it just downloaded. So I need to know where that file is. You may choose to already move that to your OneDrive in your product design folder or somewhere else for storage, but know that it automatically goes to your downloads. I'm now going to bring in my classroom page for SchoolBox, and I'm going to be submitting using this particular Year 7 class as the example. So if I come over here, I have my work that is due. The piece that I'm submitting today is part of a project, so it's not going to give me a submission as soon as I click on this. It's going to show me the two pieces of work that make up this project. But when I then click on the piece of work directly, I will get my submission option. I'm going to create a submission as I would for any piece. In the box here, I may decide to give some additional information to my teacher, things that I'd like them to pay particular attention to, both positive or negative, that may affect the way they mark my work. If I don't have anything special to tell my teacher, I can leave this box blank. I'm then going to click on this area to choose the file that I downloaded earlier. When I am going to do that, I can click on this section to bring up my downloads window where I've saved my work, or for example, I can bring in this window again from here and I could just drag it on top. Both of those are acceptable. Either way, my file is shown. Don't forget, you must still press the upload button. If you don't do that, the file is not actually sent to SchoolBox. And then finally, I must press the submit. If I don't press the submit button, it will only be considered a draft and will not be visible to your teacher. Right now, I'm going to actually skip out of this. So if I went back to the page, I haven't pressed submit. I just want to show you that. If I come back in to that task as if I was submitting it, what you'll see here is it says that it is a draft submission. Okay, draft. This is not visible to me as a teacher, and as far as I'm concerned, it has not been submitted. So at any point, if you come into your submission history and you see that, you need to finish that task. So you could click back onto it, and you can come back down and finish the submission. Press that final button. And on the smaller laptop screen, sometimes this button is just off the screen. You might need to scroll a little bit, and that can be why some students forget to press it. When I do press that final submit button, you'll see it now says a submission and has a correct date and time. Now remember that when you have downloaded a SketchUp file, it's not one that you can open on your computer. That is something that we can learn to bring back into SketchUp at a later stage. But it's very, very important that you do submit the correct SKP. So that is the download and submission process for a task from SketchUp to SchoolBox.